Hello everyone, welcome back to Game 2 here at Paradise Botany. I'm your host Bryce Rouse alongside Bartosz Ivatovsky.
Yep, that's right.
Got it right. So the Swarm lost last night, 3-2. Incredible game. Did you catch some of it?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube last night.
It was
Yeah,
very
it was
good.
a good one. Yeah.
It was end-to-end action, but we'll quickly go into a little bit of a time warp, watch last night's highlights. And then maybe for Game 3 having to travel down to Queenstown, because we all know the Queenstown Stampede are probably the hardest team in the league to beat at home.
So Dalmatal will be centering this first line with Stepanek and Polozov, and we are off underway here in Botany. And now Stepanek puts his body to use to regain control of the puck.
Does it again on Schneider as well.
Welcome back to the NZIHL, says Peter Stepanek to Matthew Schneider. But the Stampede regained control. And now here's Walkham. One-timer there, actually turned into a pass. Right on, puck is still loose. Scary moment there for the Swarm as a misdirection puts it right on net. So here's the defenseman Sandoy. The quick shift gets it over to Janssen. Now Mothen with a chance, right on, shot and a save there by Lee. And another opportunity is kicked away.
Sure, this is definitely a sneak peek of what we're going to get.
Well, not if three other teams in the league have anything to say about him.
I'm sure they will, though.
So Burns wearing the full cage now with a great pinch to keep this in the line. And now on the attack here for the Stampede. Looking for Rusky Jones. He shoots, he scores! The Stampede strike first.
Yeah, great shot there from Rusky Jones, gone above the blocker of Matt Kennedy, making a 1-0 lead here for the Stampede. Just got it past Polozov as well, trying to put the block on.
Now Burns fighting to get it out. Instead of pops right in front. There's a shot from Kozak, goes wide. Rebound opportunity. But Lee has it. And here come the Stampede in the zone. 2-on-2 shot right on, steered away by Canada. And Kozak will collect. Turnover here to McIntosh in front. And he hits the iron. Now plays up towards Tuller, who's able to keep it in. And it goes right to Kozak. Kozak puts one through and a glove save made by Lee. And now he'll play it up towards Kozak. Now Sandoy with a little room, puts a clapper right on. That deflects off McIntosh's stick, forcing Lee to make a nice save. With the stick, but it goes right to Tuller. And here come the Swarm. But Stampede have three men back. Great play there by Tuller. Gets around two defenders and forces Lee to make a stick save.
That would have been one hell of a goal there, Doc, going through two defensemen there. As a defenseman as well himself, so.
We're in the offensive zone. Now here's Lockie Freer. He's taken down by Tuller. No call here. And here's Polozov looking for Tuller. Here's a one-timer there by Dalmatal, and he scores! And just like that, it's one apiece.
There we go, Doc. Swarm back in it with the man of the minute, Mr. Ivan Dalmatal. You see here one time, boom, above the blocker. He likes to say he's a bit of an old man these days, so he can't play 2 games in a row, but he will suit up tomorrow, I'm sure.
Well, his backup, Grace Harrison, has actually had a phenomenal year herself, so look for her tomorrow night as they both have that around 90% save percentage. Now Dalmatal looking for a centering feed, instead leaves it for Polozov. Then there's Stepanek. Oh, and a save made there on a quick one-timer.
Yeah, I think that puck was just probably a little bit too far deep in the league, so wouldn't have been able to really get a good shot off.
And here's a dangerous play, and off the iron again, it's Burns.
Looks like he's all right, though.
And now Kozak. Centering feed towards Fontaine. Tuller back door to Hopkinson, but he's unable to pull the trigger. And now here come the other way. Watch out, it's Walkham. Over to McIntosh. McIntosh back towards Walkham, but a great recovery by Kozak to negate it. And now it's Kozak. Tuller fakes a one-timer, and then it's taken from him by McIntosh, and now watch out, it's here in Walkham on a 2-on-1. McIntosh all alone, he shoots, oh, and what a save by Kennedy!
See him at some scrimmage games, making grown men look foolish.
And now here comes Hopkinson for the Swarm. Hopkinson all alone, and a save made by Lee. Hopkinson trying to find Fontaine, but his pass is behind him. And now here's Solo, looking for Schneider. Schneider puts one in and he scores! Matthew Schneider, first goal of the season, and it's 2-1 Stampede.
Yeah, good goal there from Matt Schneider. Probably not the guy you thought who was going to get the second goal here for the Stampede tonight, but there it is. Just puts it just past the glove of Canada. It looked like it might have clipped the inside post.
Puck still loose before Dalmatau hops on it. Now Dalmatau, the strong move, plays over to Stepanek. Stepanek all alone. Oh, and a save by Lee. Great opportunity there from Stepanek, but Lee showed that he still has some of that side-to-side movement. Seen a lot of leather being flashed by Canada for the Swarm, and of course Daniel Lee in his first action in years here in the NZIHL has stood up tall to the challenge as the Swarm trying to get something going here with Polozov. Tries to put it on a sharp angle. Now here's Stepanek over towards Dalmatau, who directs it just wide. Sandoy. Cross ice finds Simon. Simon with some speed for himself. The defender here looking for a centering feed. Gets it through, but misses everyone, and now here come the Stampede the other way. It's Walkham trying to find Freer. Good back check by Simon. Ties up Freer to break that one up.
Clean game here so far, Doc. Most teams not giving away too many penalties. 3 for the Swarm and 2 for the Stampede.
Here's Fontaine going coast to coast, showing off the wheels, forcing Lee to make a blocker save. And it's Sandoy. Back to Polozov. Now Polozov with a little bit of space. Goes wide to Kozak. Kozak shoots, he scores! Andre Kozak scores a power play for the Swarm, and it is 2 apiece.
Massive goal there for the Botany Swarm. And the guy who probably needed to get a goal tonight, Andre Kozak. He's had a bit of a tough game, but like I said before, he's a guy who just will not give up whatsoever.
So 2-2, and the high-scoring imports on either side, that's Walkham and Stepanek, are still looking to get on that score sheet. Now here comes the other way. It's Kemp, puts one right on, but a sliding save made by Canada as he pokes it away. But good hustle nonetheless. Now here's Kozak, the latest goal scorer. Fakes a shot. Now trying for a centering feed here towards Fontaine. A shot. Oh, and what a save by Lee for Walkham. Now Walkham going one-on-one with Simon. Trying to use his body. Wraparound attempt, but a skate save made by Canada. Back into neutral ice. And now here's a chance for the Swarm. Fontaine, shorthanded breakaway, and he misses. I think Lee got a piece of that with the glove.
Oh.
It does not get bigger than this in the regular season in the NZIHL. Now here's McIntosh. Looking back, door shot to goal. It's Walkham, and the Stampede take the late lead.
Yeah, Walkham, great shot there. Got so much power on that too. That's a pro goal right there. Had to bend down a little bit for it and absolutely roofed it past Canada.
Back in the near wall. Tried to chip out and unable to do so as Sandoy steps up. And now here's Kozak. Loses control momentarily. Finally played up, and that's going the length of the ice, but it does not matter. The clock runs out, and the SkyCity Stampede walk away with a tight victory, 3-2 over the Swarm.
back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you caught up on last night's highlights, which was an absolute cracker of a game. Stampede taking a 3-2 win, but we're back for game 2. You know the Swarm are going to come back with a vengeance, try to get a win tonight, try to get that, hold that top spot. Who do you think is going to win tonight?
I'm hoping the Swarm. I'd like to see the finals in Auckland again this year.
That'd be
that
nice.
Would be nice. Even though I'm an Admirals fan, at least I can come over here and watch the finals.
Absolutely, it's not too far of a drive, so.
Yep.
So Schneider actually played his first NZIHL game of the season last night. Didn't look too flashy, but he got a goal, and I just saw him warm up, and he almost looks twice as good. But their imports, Solo and Walkham, those two are just incredible. Tell me a little bit more about them.
So I didn't look up the other import, but Walkham, so he's from Pennsylvania. I believe he played for Bentley University, and he's been playing pro in England and in Germany. So I assume he's got some good hands and a good shot.
That he does. And they're going to try, he's going to get Stepanek working tonight. Obviously that Kozak line has been trouble for every team this season. Those two have played very well together. I'd say probably defensively, Swarm need to be a little bit more tighter. Get those guys coming into the zone late. Those are the guys normally getting the puck and getting good scoring opportunities. But if they can shut that down, I think they can get a win tonight.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a defensive breakdown on the game-winning goal for the Stampede last night. I think the centerman was a bit slow on the back check and left the guy in the slot there for the one-timer and just absolutely ripped it top shelf, and Kende had no chance there.
That was a good-looking game-winning goal, wasn't it?
That was. Wish it was the Swarm scoring that one, but that's okay.
So the Stampede are making their way out onto the ice. They can have Danny Lee in net again tonight. Swarm are going to change it up and go with Grace Harrison, as we normally see her play the Sunday game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Grace play. She's a really exciting goaltender to watch. She plays almost like Jonathan Quick. Yep. I think she's the most Quick-like goalie in the NHL. She's got real good flexibility, real good lateral movement, exciting to watch. So I think if she plays well, the Swarm will have a good chance to win. And I think so far this season, her stats are actually a little bit better than Canada's. So hopefully she can keep that up.
I think it's because she had the S word, I'm not going to say it just yet, but she blanked the Red Devils a couple weekends ago on the Sunday game. Yeah,
that was a great shutout. Yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed that the Stampede didn't go with their other goalie, Matt Swartz, who was born 30th September 1970.
That's right. Over 50 years old as the backup goaltender in the New Zealand Ice Hockey League. What more could you want?
Living the dream.
So we're going to get underway. Dalmatau wins that back for the Swarm. Schneider actually out there on the first line for the Stampede. Puck is almost banged in, but Stepanek will play it back. Sandoy's going to have to get back there, try play it up the wall. Stepanek feeds Dalmatau.
That was a nice breakout play there. Very clean.
How good is Dalmatau when he's got the puck on it? A quick shot there from Sandoy.
Yeah,
Danny Lee giving a quick look.
No rebound there. Well done.
So you're actually a goaltender yourself, aren't you, Bartosz?
Yeah, that's right. I love stopping pucks with my face.
A good one, if I do say so myself.
Thanks. At the moment, I'm the Admirals' 5th goalie, stopping pucks with my face when one of their other goalies can't make it to practice.
At least you considered one of them. Marcus McDonald, the young fella, throwing his body weight around on True. True with it. He's going to play it behind the net. Over to Seabass. He shakes a couple of Swarm players, but Kozak's going to get the puck and just rip it on net. Wasn't very accurate, but Thule is able to keep it in. Lockie Frere had a pretty good game last night for the Stampede.
Yeah, he sure did.
Not your most conventional player, but the guy's work rate is incredible.
Yeah, we saw a lot of hard work from both teams yesterday. You can tell that this is an important game for them.
So Thule will have it behind the Swarm goal. Plays it up to Mawson. Hurley was looking for a pick there, but Puckett's going to gain the zone. Mawson tried to find a centering pass, but that's picked out by Solo, who had an extremely good game last night. And that's just offside, as Skipper was just ahead of the blue line when the puck went in.
So no shots for Grace yet. So as a goalie, you always want to get some shots early. Otherwise, your feet start getting cold in the net.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
I like a few easy shots from the point to get warmed up early in the game.
And we do see Dylan Devlin out there tonight for the Stampede, finishing his 3-game suspension for Slewfoot.
Naughty boy. Ooh.
And that puck's loose.
I think...
Puckett trying to get there. Danny Lee thought he had it covered up.
Yeah. He looked a bit, maybe a little bit surprised. Didn't track that puck into the body. It's sitting loose there. Yeah, it's always tough, the early game shots, until you get your wits about you and get a bit warmed up. The warm-up you get before the game doesn't really do much for you. It's nothing like a game situation.
Puck goes behind the net as Frere tried to play it up to the wingman. Shot there quickly from Stepanek, but that is well above the goal. Swarm starting well here. Bit of puck possession and playing down in the Stampede zone. Sandoy will just rip one on. Danny Lee makes a good save through traffic. Not sure how he saw that.
That's always challenging. He had a couple players in front of him.
Here comes Schneider. Definitely with a spring in his step tonight. Centering pass over to Hurley it is. And we'll get a whistle on the play.
That great lateral movement from Grace. He didn't control the puck cleanly, so he didn't get a clean one-timer there, but she had it covered.
So a face-off in the Swarm defensive zone. It's going to be Schneider up against Janssen. A huge size difference in the face-off circle. And Seabass will play it back to Burns. Over to True. He tries to find Seabass. That's actually Walkham playing defense over there. Swing past the McIntosh. Oh, just misses.
Did Grace get a piece of that? Might have come off the top of the pad.
So Sandoy is in the box. This is third penalty of the weekend.
Oh, I completely missed that.
Here's Burns rocking a cage. Must be getting married in a couple of weeks or something.
Dental work's expensive.
Shot there quickly from Lockie Frere. Missed everything entirely. And McDonald will bang that off the glass.
Ooh. Lee almost had a bit of an accident. I don't know if you remember in the mid-2000s, Martin Brodeur had a bit of an accident like that in the Stanley Cup Finals. Went to play the puck, dropped a stick, puck went off the stick into his net. But
the Devils don't want to give up those kind.
Yep. Luckily for him, the Devils still ended up winning the Stanley Cup.
As Mawson will battle here with Hurley. Dalmatow's going to come get involved. Dalmatow with it. Lays it off and pulls a quick shot and a good block in front by Burns. Looks like it might have hit the back of his leg.
Ouch.
Good hit there by Dalmatow. Polozov's going to have it. Remember, the Stampede are on a power play at the moment. The Swarm are dominating.
Yeah, very impressive pressure on the penalty kill.
Burns will play it up the wing side here for Harrison McCarg. Tries to go through Mawson, but hit the puck too far in front. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty. As McCarg will have it down low. Got a centering pass, another shot there. That came off the noggin of Simon.
Ouch. Off the back, maybe? Or off the back of the head? Either way, that's not pleasant.
McCarg trying to go to the net. Sandoy back out there for the Swarm. As Mawson's going to have it, he's got Janssen going to the net. Janssen unable to corral that on the backhand. Pass was just a little bit ahead of him. Centering pass is a bit of a scramble. Puck is finally covered up. And Marcus McDonald throwing a A couple of handbags there saying, hey, I'm a hockey player too, boys.
Great pressure from the Swarm so far. They're looking hungry.
You see here on the replay, Marcus McDonald trying to get backhand attempt. So it'll be Fontaine in the zone there. Marcus McDonald tried to find a centering pass, but well picked off there by Seabass. Devlin unable to clear the zone. As Walken will play it up. Good hit there from Ryan McDonald. That was on Devlin. As Fontaine missed the speedster. Gives it over to Kozak. He just tries to get something on net.
Fontaine had a great game yesterday as well.
Good move there by Walken to get past Marcus McDonald. Devlin trying to find a centering pass, but Kozak tracking back well. Unable to clear though as Seabass missed the interception himself. Kozak will put on the brakes. Puck comes out. Schneider's giving chase, but Dalmatal's going to be there first. He'll play it around the back for Sandoy. Great start here from the Botany Swarm. Looking good here early on.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach will be happy with the start so far.
As Polozov will just put that in deep. Stepanek giving chase. As True's unable to clear. A shot there from the point and a goal! Luke Simon from the point. Gives the Swarm a 1-0 lead. Looks like it hit some traffic in front. But we have our first goal here of the evening.
Is that a deflection or just squeaked through? Hard to see.
Looks like it hit someone or something.
Ooh.
But a well-deserved first goal here for the Botany Swarm, Bartosz.
Yeah, you love to see it. Luke Simon, computer science student, University of Auckland. I actually taught him this semester. He was in my Maths 120 class. And I'll be teaching Jackson next semester. Hopefully he's a hardworking student, as hardworking as he is on the ice.
He works extremely hard out there, that's for sure. As Polozov one-hand passes that to Dalmatal. Stampede will eventually clear. Schneider with it, nice little move there. And he just backhands that one in deep. Matt Schneider definitely looking like the player he is. Could definitely see the rust yesterday. He's still got a goal. Fuller's got it at the point. He'll lay it down for Polozov. Dalmatal try to keep that in, but the Stampede clear it. Stepanek's just going to bang that one in deep. Could be icing, it will be. As the pass was just in front of Puckett's stick.
Maybe Grace will get some action now. She's been not very busy. She slid across well to deny that one-timer that the Queenstown player fanned on, but otherwise she hasn't had much work. She probably wants to get a few easy shots in to stay warm. Don't want your feet getting too cold. But her team's too good on the face-off.
As Jonsson tried to find a pass up to Puckett, but that's picked off in the neutral zone by Seabass. Ryan McDonald giving chase. He's got some wheels for a defenseman. Walkham to Devlin. He'll gain the zone. Try to find a pass towards the net. No one was there. There's Ryan McDonald. Stretch pass up to Jonsson. Oh, looks like it. That would have been extremely dangerous if that got through cleanly.
Just couldn't stay onside there.
Walkham, nice pass over to Seabass. He'll put on the brakes, rips a shot. Good pad save there by Harrison. Defenseman clears it out of the way. Seabass with it behind the net. Kozak tracking back. Good work here by the Stampede to get the puck back in their attacking zone. There's Walkham with it. He'll give it up to the point for Burns, but the puck's going to come out of the attacking zone. Swarm will get 3 changes. Good work there by Simon, meeting his man at the blue line. And Fontaine battled out there by Rusky Jones as Walkham will have it. He'll put one on net. Misses everything by quite a bit.
Almost bounced down in front for him there. Sometimes the boards can be pretty lively here.
And here comes Kozak. He'll rip one from outside the blue. And Lee will make the save.
Yeah, good job by Lee. Came out to the top of his crease, grabbed some white ice. Wasn't much for Kozak to shoot at except for his chest.
I think he might have been looking for a juicy rebound there, but needed to shoot that puck a little bit lower.
Yeah, when you shoot into the breadbasket, it usually stays there.
So Schneider will win that against Dalmatau as Burns will give it up to Rusky Jones. They're unable to clear.
Schneider's been very consistent on the face-offs. Definitely not rusty there.
Good work there by Polozov. He's got a spring in his step tonight, does Polozov. He looks very fast tonight.
Yeah, he took a bit of a bump yesterday, I think.
There's a pass over to Dalmatau. Rebound. It's the panic.
Absolutely
and it would not go.
Incredible save. Massive. I think he made 2 or 3 saves there. Definitely the save of the game. Maybe 2 or 3 of the saves of the game. Wow.
And somehow the puck stayed out.
3 in a row. Amazing battling there by Lee. He looked a bit shaky early in the game. He couldn't find the puck there and let the one through his legs, but he's in it now.
He'll put one on, redirect in front. As Dalmatau will give it back up to Thula. Thula still with it. Gives it over to Polozov. There's Dalmatau, shot on. Stepanek tried to get something on it, but Danny Lee making a good save.
Yeah, great pass by Polozov there too. He's always very deceptive when he makes those passes. He's looking one way, passes the other way. I think that might have deflected off his own player there. Almost an own goal.
There's been one-way traffic here so far. And the scoreboard in the rink says 10 shots to 3 in favor of the Swarm.
Absolutely dominant so far. It was much closer yesterday. I think it was 36-34 or so, the shots. I think slightly in favor of Botany.
There was lots of goal-scoring opportunities last night, but it was a day of the goaltenders.
Yeah, both goaltenders were incredible yesterday. And so far, we've seen some great goaltending already from Lee, and Grace hasn't been very busy, but a few saves she's had to make were good saves. Some goalies are good at playing with very little action. Like Martin Brodeur, he usually didn't face very many shots on the Devils back in the mid-2000s, early 2010s, but he always managed to stay in the game. But some goalies, like myself, I find it a bit tricky when you don't get too many shots in the game.
It's also a good thing. Less shots, the better. Less chance of a goal against.
Yeah, it is less fun, though, as a goalie. You can't make windmill saves when there's no pucks to your glove side.
Oh, crunch there. Puckett absolutely reefs skipper.
What a hit. Crowd loved that.
Here comes Mawson. What can he do? Tries a little toe drag, but Devlin knows that type of play, as he is quite accustomed to doing that himself. Warren McDonald stretch pass up to Kozak. Does get a touch on it. No icing. Kozak giving chase and absolutely crunches Devlin. And we do get a whistle on the play. It's going to be a penalty against Kozak.
Is it boarding?
I will have to see the replay here. Yeah, that's close. That's tough.
Was it on the numbers maybe? Is that why they called it? Because it looks...
Yeah, it looked a little bit on the numbers, but he was side on when he did hit the glass, so...
Oh, yeah, I think... Yeah.
I think that's a good hit. So here we go. Stampede on the power play. He's walking up the top. Taking a shot.
Oh, great job. Sealing the ice there, Grace.
And Marcus McDonald will clear that all the way down.
That was a great chance to start the power play.
Here's Burns. He'll give it over to Walkham. This guy is good. He'll rip one. Hits the stick of Ryan McDonald, and Harrison will cover that up. So minute 35 on the power play here for the Stampede. Not looking too sharp to start this game, as it has been pretty much one-way traffic from Botany.
Yeah, all swarm so far, but this is a chance for them to regain the momentum that they had yesterday.
Simon will play it up the wall. Here comes Dalmatau. This guy's pretty much as good as two players. He'll get a quick shot off, and a stick save there from Lee.
Yeah, that's what you want to see on low shots as a goalie. You always want to get your stick on those, because you can direct them into the corners, get them off the ice, use your paddle or the blade of your stick
with
as
the
a
puck.
wedge.
He'll give it up to the point. There's Burns. Walking with a one-time shot. Big pad save there. No rebound. Schneider was looking for one.
Yeah, well done, Grace. That was the classic VH save, popular in the mid-2000s. One leg down, one leg up, and you got your glove up to seal the top corner.
It's kind of refreshing having a goaltender up in the box here today, as I'm sure we'll get to know a few more little things that the goalies call saves or whatever they do down there.
Yeah, we can nerd out about all this technical goalie talk and completely bore our audience. Probably has no idea what's going on.
Here's Walkham. Oh, little redirect there. Harrison's going to cover that up.
That
Almost
was,
trickled in over the shoulder.
Very weird. Odd bounce there. See on the replay what happened. Hopefully he'll show it to us. Or not. You can see Grace's ritual she does in between every whistle. Skating out to the dot, lift one leg.
Schneider up to Burns. He's got options down low. Here's Seabass. Centering pass there. Harrison had to make a save. Not sure if Schneider saw that or not.
I'm not sure he did. It just came off his skate, I think. Those are always dangerous.
Burns over to Walkham. He'll give it up to Schneider. Up to the point. Here's Burns over to Walkham. Doesn't shoot. Goes around a man. Centering pass has Seabass and Lockie Frere were lurking, but unable to get anything on that. Penalty has expired. Kozak is out of the box now. We're back to even strength. 3 shots there from the Stampede on that power play.
Yeah, much better than their previous power play, where the Swarm actually had the better chances, I think.
And that's just going to be offside, as Kozak was a little bit ahead of the play.
A little bit too eager. Just offside there.
Simon will bat that into the neutral zone. Stepanik's got it. He'll give it over to Polly. Just loses it. Rusky Jones unable to clear. Devlin's going to have to go and track back. He'll bang it around for Mitchell Frere. And the pass just ahead of Harrison McCarg, so we will get an icing on the play. Stampede definitely not looking their best here in this opening period.
Yeah, they had a few chances on that power play, but other than that, they haven't really threatened too much.
As the puck will come out into the neutral zone. Simon's going to have it. Puts on the brakes. Gives it up to Polly here on the near side. And Mitchell Ferry will just bat that up to Seabass. Devlin up the boards. Harrison McCargan able to control that nicely. Yeah, Sandoy tried to find Polozov, but he can't get a touch on that, so it will be an icing.
It's been a lot of long passes so far in this period. I wonder if that's a strategy that the coaches told the players to use the stretch passes to open them up.
So it'll be Seabass against Dalmatau. Looked like Walken was actually, here comes Polozov, but Lee's going to get there. Unable to clear though. Stepanek will find Dalmatau, quick shot on and just missed.
What a chance there. He got a lot on that shot too, unfortunately.
Dalmatau still with it, quick shot on, blocker save there from Lee. Stepanek will shoot that, but off the shin guard of Seabass. And Burns will try to hit that around, but good pass to the point. Thula with it, hits traffic in front. Polozov try to get another shot off. Centering pass there, here's Thula. Can he get a shot off? Polozov with it. Thula, and a big save there from Lee.
Lee has been massive this period.
So Polozov, nice pass there over to Thula. Quick shot on, and Lee making a great save.
Yeah, unfortunately Thula wasn't able to one-time. I think if he would have gotten the one-timer off, it would have been tough for Lee to get over in time. But since he handled it a bit, still an amazing save by Lee there.
As Marcus McDonald will try play it up to Thula, but Rusky Jones picks that up and gets creamed there by Kozak. Here comes Schneider, centering pass there to Harrison McCarg, but couldn't get anything on it. Good opportunity there.
Yeah, Queenstown have looked dangerous at times, but they can't get that final pass there.
Here's Ryan McDonald down the left wing. Beats two. Fanned on the shot. As Devlin will clear that up to Matt Schneider. Tries to go past Simon, but does really well on his defensive duty there. Here's Harrison McCarg. Try to find a centering pass, but it looks like it hit the skate of Simon.
Yeah, that could have been another very dangerous chance, but he's a little bit slow getting across.
As Fontaine will just put that one in deep. Him and Kozak will get a change. Bit of a slow change there. Kozak and Fontaine really need to hustle when they're getting off. As Mawson will put a hit on Mitchell Freer. A shot there from the point from Sandoy. Save made by Lee. And Simon's going to track back. He's got Hurley tailing him. Simon plays that up to Mawson, but he's unable to control that cleanly. Here comes Jonsson. Quick shot on and just missed that left post. Good low shot. Very effective when executed properly.
Yeah, sometimes players try to dangle too much. Sometimes you just got to get the puck on net. Good things can happen if the goalie has to make a save. Never know. Could get a good rebound.
It's an over here for Kemp. He'll get a quick shot off. Blocker save. There by the Swarm goaltender. Here comes the panic. Shoots and right into the basket.
I think it's
of
loose.
Lee. We do get a whistle on the play. The puck is not in the hands of Lee, so.
I think it might have actually dropped down between his legs. I think it might have been behind him. Hopefully we'll see on the replay.
So
or we get to see the blocker save. That was a good save by Grace.
So it'll be Dalmatau up against Seabass here for the draw. Still a 1-0 game. Scoreboard shows 15 shots to 9. Dalmatau try to get a backhand shot on. We're going to get a hooking penalty.
Oh, well done by Ivan drawing that penalty off the face-off. He won the puck forward and was driving the net there.
So Callum Burns is going to be in the box for a couple of minutes. 1:43 to play here in the opening period. Swarm are going to go on the power play.
It's time for a power play.
So the Stampede had 2 power plays already here in this opening period. Nothing showing as the Swarm will get their first chance.
SkyCity penalty to number 14.
Kozak tried to find a centering pass, but Devlin snuffs that out very nicely.
18 minutes, 17 seconds.
Sandoy will just bang that up. Stepanek unable to control that bouncing puck as Polizov's going to have it. Tried for a centering pass here for Dalmatau, unable to get a redirect.
That was a good pass.
Polizov with it down low. Up to the point. Shot on, hit Schneider in front. That's played behind the goal. Dalmatau up to the point. Stepanek one time. Good shot there. Save made by Lee. Was loose momentarily, but he quickly jumped on that and got a whistle.
Yeah, well done there. He's been solid this period. Other than that one squeaker that got between his legs, he's made some huge saves.
Swarm got 4 forwards out there at the moment. Only Sandoy as a lone defenseman. Looks like Stepanek's playing up, but there's Polizov, a tough angle shot.
I think the net might be off. That's the problem with these little metal pegs. They come off very easily, especially when goalies go into that post ceiling position. You put your shoulder into the post and it just pops off. It's kind of convenient to get a whistle sometimes though.
Definitely the puck was going to be down in the Swarm defensive zone, so a well-earned whistle. So Stepanek up there playing defense, and why not when he's got a absolute ripper of a slap shot from the point. Fontaine finds Dalmatau. He'll get it back. Looking for some options. Up to the point. Back to Polizov. One time there from Stepanek.
Polizov is such a great passer. He's always very deceptive when he makes the passes. He's looking one way, passes the other.
And
sometimes he does those no-look shots too.
And that's going to do it for the opening period here in Botany, Auckland, New Zealand. Swarm with a 1-0 lead. Stampede not looking, they're definitely looking all right, but probably not where they want to be. Swarm definitely have come out firing here tonight. Good few saves there from Grace Harrison. Lee looking like he's having a decent game. What do you think the Stampede need to do to try tie this up at least?
Yeah, well, they need their goalie to keep playing well. He's saving their butts at the moment. 17 shots in the first period. That's a lot of shots to face, and he made some massive saves. He made there was that sequence of 3 saves in a row that he made there, and on Thieler, I believe, he came across, made that big save, sprawled out there. So it could easily be 3 or 4-0 at the moment if it wasn't for him.
Definitely could be, but period 2 is going to be coming right up. So grab a tasty beverage, and we'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Botany, Auckland, New Zealand. I'm your host, Bryce Rouse, alongside Bartosz Ivatovsky.
That's right, well done.
Very nice. So the Swarm have a 1-0 lead here so far today. It's been mostly one-way traffic. They've really come out of the gates firing. They're getting a lot of scoring opportunities and they're defending really well. But Stampede are definitely going to come back a little bit more fiery in this second period. So what have we got to look forward to here for this one?
Yeah, Swarm have been absolutely dominant so far. 18-9 is the shot so far, and Lee has stood on his head, made some huge saves. There was the sequence of 3 saves that he made earlier, 2 rebounds there, somehow managed to keep out of the net. Big save on Thieler as well. So he's keeping his team in it, and Queenstown, or the SkyCity Stampede, are probably hoping he can keep up that play to give him a chance to get one back. And Grace might be hoping that she gets a few shots to stay warm, or at least I would be as a goalie. Don't want to get cold. But hopefully some easy ones, just a few floaters from the point, just to get her warmed up.
So the Swarm are still on the power play, only for about 18 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately, the odds of scoring on the power play to start the period is actually pretty poor in the NHL. You're just not warmed up yet, so teams are often a bit tentative, and usually these sort of power plays fizzle out. But let's see if they can come out hard and get something going.
At the end of the day, they are hockey players, and they do need to play 2 games in 2 days. I'm sure the lactic acid is probably building up in those legs, but they are so-called athletes.
The best of the best. Best New Zealand has to offer.
That's right.
Yeah, it is quite intense. 2 games in 2 days.
So the Zebras checking that the goalies are ready to go. Stampede definitely need a big period here, as they've been outshot, out-muscled and out-hustled so far. Sandoy will look for some options. He's got Puckett.
Just
Bang
4
that into the
seconds
zone,
left
but Devlin will clear that. Burns is out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Puck's going to stay in the zone. Schneider unable to clear. Puck does finally get out. That was Campbell. Bad pass there, turnover in the neutral zone as Harrison McCarg's going to come the other way, but Luke Simon was on his duty.
Into the bench.
So we'll get a whistle and a face-off in the neutral zone.
You have to be careful on the bench sometimes. The West Auckland Admirals, one of their backup goalies, Jaden Pert, took a puck to the head.
I saw that.
He had a bit of a boo-boo and was out for 2 weeks.
And he was kind of, he had his head just over the glass, the boards. Don't think he actually saw it coming. Stepanek will give that up to Polozov. Stepanek going hard to the net, try to find Dalmatau.
Oh, interference maybe. Ref doesn't see anything though. Maybe I'm biased.
Here's Seabass all alone. Put a shot on, but misses everything. Centering pass here from Burns, but I think it was Walkham trying to get onto that.
Yeah, it's a good job by the Swarm player getting a stick on it.
As the Panic will have it in the zone. Thula up the top. Put a shot on, but Lee's going to see that one all the way. Easy save made there.
Yeah, and well done to seal it. No rebound.
And here's the line of young boys coming out for the Swarm. You got Marcus McDonald, Jacko Fontaine, and Luke Simon, all under the age of 20. Marcus McDonald actually 16 years old.
That's very impressive. He's playing with the big boys at 16.
He's an absolute weapon.
Maybe we'll see him score today. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Working away. Oh, Kozak tried to catch that one out of midair. Could have had a scoring opportunity there, but puck's going to be down in the Swarm zone. Sandoy unable to clear. Finally will. Kozak gives it up to Fontaine. Quick shot on. Good block there by Devlin. Devlin actually playing defense these days. And why not when you've got some speedsters on the Botany Swarm, always lurking. You need a bit of speed back there.
So is he usually a winger or a centerman?
Yeah, definitely normally a winger.
Oh, okay. I'm a bit less familiar with the Stampede players. I've watched them a few times, but haven't played against them like I have against a lot of the Admirals and Swarm players.
As Thula's saucer pass was unable to be controlled. Schneider's going to gain the zone. Schneider still with it. Backhand goes to the net. Good save there made.
Best save of the game. He elevated as well. I think Grace got her glove on it. Got her glove over her pad, sealed it up. Excellent save.
Schneider is definitely looking to get back to his best.
Yeah, he's probably been the best player for the Stampede so far. He's looked dangerous.
As McDonough will bang that one in from halfway. Burns is there to recover. Pass up to Harrison McCarg. Good stick in the lane there from Tula. As Burns will play it up once again to McCarg. Panic trying to find Polozov. There's going to be no icing as Polozov was there first, past the hash marks. He's looking really fast tonight as Polozov for some reason.
Yeah, he's looking very good. He had a bit of a bump yesterday, I think, but looks like it's not affecting him at all.
As Dalmatau does well to get a stick in the lane to turn that over in the neutral zone. Ryan McDonald back there. Gets the puck out of the zone. Not
I think
sure
that's
if it's
a trip
icing or a
coming.
penalty. It will be a penalty. It's going to be Walkham. Yep. Swarm are going to be back on the power play as Brendan Walkham is going to go to the box for 2 minutes for tripping.
On that replay, it might actually look a little bit questionable. I'm not sure if he actually got the stick into his skates. I think he might have just lost his balance. If anything, I think that might have been a hook into the hands, but I think the Swarm are gonna, they won't care. They're just happy to get the power play.
Absolutely.
Apologies to the Stampede fans.
Fontaine with it up the top. McCarg working very well to get that out of the zone.
4 minutes, 24 seconds.
One of the best penalty killers in the league. As Ryan McDonald will play it up to Jonsson. He's got a bit of space, backhand attempt on.
Unfortunately, didn't get much on it, but that was a great pass to spring him there.
There's Mawson, try to find a centering pass to Jonsson. That wouldn't get through. Jonsson still with it. Thula with a shot and misses that on the glove side.
They're doing well to create chaos in front of the net there. Eventually, we'll get something out of it.
So just over a minute remaining on the power play here for the Botany Swarm. Sandoy will play that over to Thula. Uh-oh, picked off there by Seabass. Goes around the back of the net. Just buying a bit of time. Try to get a shot off, which trickled in front. No one was really there for the Stampede though. As Fontaine's going to gain the blue, looking for a bit of speed. Try to find Polozov down here on the near side, but that pass wouldn't get through. Polozov with it, a redirect, someone off a skate, which actually ended up as a shot.
That might have been a better chance than the original pass he was trying to create.
Sandoy bangs that one around. Fontaine's going to be there first. Thula thought about it one time, finally gets a shot off. Dalmatel with it. Penalty is expired. Back to 5-on-5. Here's Dalmatel. Can he get a shot off?
Oh, unfortunately couldn't control it right away.
Dalmatel with it again.
Oh,
shoots right
puck
into
to
the
the face, I
of
think.
Hurley.
Ouch.
And the ref's going to blow a whistle there as that hit him square. Looked like on the cheek.
Hopefully didn't lose any teeth there.
So Hurley is up.
No blood on the ice, so I guess it was just in the cheek or jaw,
He's
jaw
definitely
area.
bleeding. He'll be all right though. He's a hockey player after all.
Hopefully he has a good dental plan just in case. As a goaltender, I don't have to deal with this stuff. I've got the full cage. Pucks hit me in the face all the time. I don't worry about it.
So face-off was won there by Dalmatel, but it's going to be whistled. Not exactly sure why, but we'll do it again.
Dalmatel's been good on the face-offs today. Often that's something that comes with experience. You often see the older centermen are better at the face-offs, but
Here's Stepanek, got a shot off. Looks like it hit the side post. Another chance there from
Wow,
Dalmatel. Good
that
pad
was
save made by Lee.
a big save. Might have even been off his toe. He stretched out there.
Here's Mawson, shot on. Hits the glass behind. Got a bit on that.
So I think officially we've only had 2 shots from the Swarm this period, but 2 good chances, and there were a few that were that missed the net, but were good chances as well.
As Stepanek's tied up, we will get a tripping call there. It's going to be Dylan Devlin. Unlucky, it looks like the stick got caught in between Stepanek's legs, so
Yeah, let's have a closer look.
yep, that was all good there. There, gets the stick caught.
Yeah, that one's a legit trip. I think the last one was a bit questionable. Looked like he lost his balance, but definitely he pulled a bit of a can opener, the Brian McCabe special, as it's called. For those of you who watched the Leafs in the late 90s, early 2000s, you might remember Brian McCabe doing those all the time, usually when the referee wasn't watching.
As Harrison will leave that on for Thula behind the net. So I'm looking to get a good breakout going. Stampede not pressing too high. Thula with it. He's got Mawson behind the net. Gives it over to Kozak. Good puck movement here. Kozak with it one time. Good stick save made there by Lee. Kozak looking for options. Try to find Thula, but that pass was in mid-air, but they will still keep control of the puck. Good movement. Minutes ago on the power play for the Swarm.
Good puck movement there, but unfortunately they couldn't create anything dangerous out of it.
Fontaine now. Just a pass up to Polozov.
Got a bit lost in his skates.
And Schneider comes in and tries to lay the body on Fontaine. Fontaine's still with it though.
He's such a great skater.
He's just really good, isn't he?
Excellent edge work.
So Sandoy will bang that around for Polozov. 10 seconds to go on the power play. They need to get another shot off at least. A very good penalty kill here for the Stampede. And Schneider's going to come the other way. Devlin fresh out of the box. Here comes Stepanek. Stepanek shoots
Excellent.
and just misses.
What a move to the middle. Great patience there from Stepanek. Just couldn't get it on net in the end.
Stepanek keeps that in the zone. Puck will come out. Seabass was there getting the final touch. And that will just be offside, and it's going to be all the way as...
Yeah, intentional offside they're calling it.
You got to know if you're offside. Don't touch the puck, or that face-off will be all the way down in your defensive zone as opposed to just outside the blue line.
Yep. You can see on that replay, that was a great move by Stepanek. Great that chance.
So back to 5-on-5 action. Still just a 1-0 lead here for the Botany Swarm in the second period.
Yeah, let's see if the Stampede can get some momentum from that penalty kill, because they did well to shut down the Swarm. Didn't give them anything. They forced the Swarm to move it around the outside. Lee was able to see all the shots. They definitely need some momentum at the moment.
And here goes Kemp. Haven't seen too much of him this evening. Had a pretty good game last night.
Oh,
Trickled
wow.
off. The
Complete
centering pass
chaos.
is still loose.
I think that was a shot off someone's chest into Grace. We'll see on the replay later, hopefully.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That was a weird one.
Kemp unable to get a shot off, so the puck's going to come out. Burns over to True. Yeah, Pillage. There's Kozak with a shot, and looks like it hit Johnson as he was crashing the net.
Yeah, I think Kozak probably would have wanted to shoot it a bit lower.
Here comes Lockie Freer with a shot and right into the basket of Harrison. Easy save made there.
Yeah, if he got that a bit lower, would have made it easier for, I think it was Johnson in front of the net to deflect that.
So a big scramble in front of the net just before.
Yeah, that would have been a chaotic goal if that went in.
And oh, Lockie Freer was lurking, but bouncing puck. Here's Kozak. Lee comes out. Kozak scores! Daniel Lee tried to come out and get the puck off Kozak. I thought he was going to do it as well, but Kozak just in the nick of time. Look at that, the reach and an easy tap home.
Yeah, I think he made the decision a bit too late to come out there. Yeah, you can't hesitate as a goalie. You got to make that decision right away. And he hesitated, didn't come out quick enough. And Kozak did well. He didn't crash into the goalie. That's always a risk. He could have poked it past him and gone flying through the goalie, but kept control, got the puck around him, tucked it in. Easy.
So just what the Swarm needed. They now have a 2-0 lead. And they'll be looking to get some more, as they have definitely been the better side here halfway through this game.
Yeah, finally being rewarded for it in this period.
Here's Schneider, quick shot on, scores!
Looks like Grace, I think maybe, did Grace think that maybe the puck was out of play? It looks like she's complaining to the referee there.
But take nothing away from Schneider, absolutely pouncing on a loose puck and a quick release.
Absolute rip.
Probably had no idea where the net was, but he's played hockey so long, he just knows where it is. And that goes straight past the blocker of Harrison. A great goal and a well-needed one there from Schneider.
Yeah, absolute rip top corner there. It looks like she didn't see it, or I don't know. But great shot anyway.
Yeah, Schneider now a veteran in this New Zealand Ice Hockey League. And even when he's not at his best, the guy is still dangerous.
Yeah, he
That's
looks
for
like he's
sure.
been the most dangerous player for the Stampede today. Still has it at 38 years old.
And Simon got punched there by True. Polozov up to Sandoy. He'll rip one on. Stepanek was looking for a redirect. Sandoy with another shot. Starting to heat up here now. Game has gotten just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, some great intensity on the ice today.
There goes Schneider. Shaking off the rust. Quick shot on. McCarg was looking for the rebound.
So Schneider recently celebrated his 38th birthday on July 10th. So happy birthday, Schneider. Late birthday.
And it was funny to think, I saw Schneider in the first period of yesterday's game, and he flat out did not look good. But as the game grew, you could just see those legs getting back into working mode, and he started getting so much better. And tonight, he's probably almost back at his best.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's missed any games. Looks sharp out there.
You know he's a gamer if it only takes one game to get back into the swing of things.
I'm sure the Stampede are happy to have him back. He's a great power forward. You can see how he drives the net.
There's Devlin harassed there by Dalmatau. He'll play it around for Campbell. Kemp was streaking up ice, but no pass there as he got hammered there by Kozak. Sandoy will play it up to Thula. What's been so good for the Botany Swarm this season is the ability of their defensemen to go coast to coast and pass to each other in lanes that are going to give them the opportunity to skate the puck forward.
Yeah, Luke Simon's been skating hard. Sandoy be playing well on the point as well. Niue and Gretzky, as they call him.
And obviously Stefan Thula as well. As Devlin is harassed there by Fontaine. They do get the, no they don't. Mawson does well to keep that in. Passes it over to Pillage. Quick shot on. Not enough though, as Lee's going to see that one all the way. Didn't get all of it.
Yeah, the Swarm probably wanted to get a bit of traffic in there, but the centerman wasn't able to get into the shooting lane in time to get his stick on it, get a deflection.
And that's been a big thing over the years for the Stampede. Even if they're not at their best, you can't give them any goal-scoring opportunities because they can be extremely deadly when needed.
Yeah, they're the winningest team in league history, aren't they? Is that right?
Definitely in the last 10 years, I would say so. The golden years of the Swarm, 07, 08, 2010
yeah.
and 2011.
You can see the banners up in the rafters there.
I think Polozov arrived probably in 2010, I believe, maybe 2008. And he really set the league on fire.
He still has those hands. Still an incredibly good player.
As Burns will play that around for True. Trying to find Walken, but that was ahead of him, so Simon's going to be back there for the Swarm. Going to set up a play. Johnson gets around Lockie Frere, but loses the puck.
Got checked into the referee there.
Lockie Frere rubbed out there by Simon. Johnson unable to clear as it hit a stick of one of the Stampede players. And Spanek absolutely rims that off the glass. Remy Sandoy had to look out for that one as that was head high and absolutely moving.
Yeah, he almost took off Niue and Gretzky's head there.
Spanek trying to find a centering pass here to Johnson, but hit some traffic in front. Lockie Frere's going to have it for the Stampede. He'll just bat that one in deep and get a change. As Polozov with a spring in his step here tonight. He's looking incredibly fast. Polozov with a shot. Lee makes a stick save. Dalmatau with it. He'll give it up to Polozov, to McDonald. He'll put a quick shot on.
Yeah, they had some good traffic in front there. If that got on net, that would have been dangerous.
Dalmatow's going to track back and give that behind the net to Ryan McDonald. There's Dalmatow. What can he do? He shoots, oh, just above the crossbar. Might have come off the shoulder of Lee. That was close.
I think he got all glass, unfortunately.
And here goes Schneider, all 6'7" of him. Sandoy up to Marcus McDonald, gets a touch on that, so there will be no icing. As Mitchell Fregg gets back. But puck turned over as Marcus McDonald will have it down low. Lays it over to Kozak. And the Stampede will clear the zone. As Thula does well. Here goes Fontaine. Quick shot on and an easy save there for Lee. He'll see that one all the way every day.
Yeah, he grabbed the white ice there, and he's a big guy. There's not much to shoot at when he gets that far out of the net. Yeah, it looks like the Swarm are really taking advantage of the big ice here. You can see those long stretch passes. We've had a few icing calls when they didn't work out, but they've created some great chances from those long passes, really opening up the ice.
Face-off one there by Seabass. As Lockie Frere's harassed, puck is turned over. Pillage will try a tough angle shot, but missed everything entirely. Burns will bang that around. Lockie Frere does get a touch on it and just gets it out of the zone. Thula with it, pressured on by Walkham, but gets a pass off.
Good comp play. Didn't panic there.
There's Janssen. Trying to find Thula, one-time shot, big save there from Lee.
Excellent save by Lee there. He got across, he kept his chest up, made himself big, took away the top corner. That was just great positional play by Lee there.
And no offside as Seabass gains the zone. Backhand pass to Walkham. He got a shot off, but that just missed.
Yeah, it looks like Grace had it covered with the stretch there, but still, what a good chance.
Seabass will give that up to Walkham. Goes around the back of the net. Gives it to True. Quick shot on, but didn't get really much on that.
Yeah, they just haven't gotten on net. Few of those chances they've had there.
And that will be offside as Seabass was unable to touch up before Walkham gained the zone. Here's the George replay. Shot there from Walkham. Looks like Sandoy was applying the pressure and probably did just enough to not allow him to shoot nicely. Yeah, a little bit of a stick there from Sandoy. Did well, read the play.
Yeah. Maybe he should be Niue and Bobby Orr instead of Gretzky since he's a defenseman.
And Bobby Orr was right-handed, wasn't he?
I don't remember. He was a bit before my time. I just remember that classic flying goal that he scored.
And the puck, the net does come off, so we're going to get a whistle on the play. Imagine watching ice hockey back in those days. At least when you didn't have coloured TVs, there's not much colours to actually look at, as a black puck and white ice.
I assume a lot of people just listen on the radio, so probably needed some good commentators to keep them entertained.
So I hope you're all enjoying tonight's game. Game 2 here of the weekend. Schneider gives it to McCarg, trying to get a pass back. Couldn't get a shot off as it looks like it was in between the legs too much.
They've looked pretty dangerous actually the last 5 minutes or so, Queenstown.
Shot there from True, rebound, scores!
Yeah, looks like a deflection there.
Yeah, off Rusky Jones.
Yeah, nothing that Grace could do there. When it deflects in front of you, just a meter in front of you, you don't have the reaction time to do anything. Just gotta hope it hits you.
Yeah, it looks like off the the pants of Rusky Jones. I think the goal will obviously go to True, as look at this hold-up play there from Schneider though. Drawing the defender in to get that point pass.
Oh, he scored with his butt, I think.
Yeah. A goal's a goal.
Can use any part of your body to score. Well, I guess you can't kick it in, but if it goes off your foot, it's okay.
So the Stampede have fought back and tied this one here tonight. Swarm have definitely been the better team. But the Stampede, as they always do, finding ways to get goals.
Yeah, they're going to be happy going into the changing room after this period.
So clock winding down here in the second period. As True will not be able to clear. Kept in well by Thula. Good hit on Kozak from Mitchell Freer.
2 seconds.
And that's going to do it for the second period here at Botany in the New Zealand Ice Hockey League. 2-all. The Stampede doing very well to tie this game up, Bartosz.
Yeah, they looked like they were getting dominated in the first period, but yeah, they fought back. They allowed, I think, 18 shots in the first period. They've only allowed 10 in this period, so improved defensively. And Lee still had to make a few big saves, but I think the Stampede did well to keep a lot of the shots to the outside, and he didn't have to face quite as many high danger scoring chances in this period.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're a hockey team when they're not at their best. They're outshot, outpaced at the moment in this game, but hey, it's a tie game, so can't ask for more than that from them.
Yeah, reminds me a bit of the Florida Panthers run, where they were often getting outshot in the playoffs this year and somehow found a way to win.
Somehow.
So
Doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it does.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back for the final period of action here in Game 2 of the weekend. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of the weekend. Bartosz Iwatovski.
That's right, you're getting good at it.
And I'm Bryce Rouse. Hope you're having a good time here tonight. We sure are. 2-all game. You could say it's deservedly so, but Swarm have been the better team. That's
Yep.
for sure here tonight. But obviously the Stampede find themselves at an even match. So
Yeah, they were champions last year for a reason. You can see they know how to win. Even getting outshot 28-16, they managed to get 2 pucks in the net. There was a great shot from is it Schneider, I believe, top corner. Looks like Grace might not have seen it. And then another one off someone's leg or butt. Just a deflection in front of the net.
Shot from True at the point, which hits Rusky Jones on the right thigh.
Oh, right thigh.
Yep.
Well, you got a bit of padding there. I'm sure he'll accept the bruise in exchange for a goal anyway.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Dalmatau up against Schneider. Wonder how many times we'll see that battle in the coming years. As Devlin's going to be pressured there by Polozov. Unable to clear. Dalmatau with it. He'll give it over to Sandoy. Bouncing puck. And he'll just put that in deep down low for Polozov. Gets away from Schneider momentarily. And a nice backhand pass there to Dalmatau from Sandoy. Turned over though as Freer will try clear the zone. He does. Schneider's going to come the other way. Tries to get a shot off, but
Good stick by Sandoy there.
as the Panic will control that and gain the zone, gives it to Dalmatau. He shoots and just misses.
He's been hitting that glass a lot today. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to hit the net. Just giving the fans behind the net a scare.
It's actually a really good spot behind the glass, behind the goal.
Yeah, that's actually where I usually watch from when I'm not commentating, because as a goalie, I like watching the goalies and like seeing the shots come at me.
Here goes Lockie Freer. He shoots and a rebound.
Oh, what a save! Incredible save by Grace.
Can't wait to see that on the replay as Fontaine's going to come the other way.
I'm sure Grace will be watching that on the replay tonight. She'll want to see that one again.
Here goes Walkham again. He's all alone. Walkham.
Oh, another
shot
good
off.
save. He stretched out there and got her pad on it.
Yeah, he just didn't take that puck to the goal as nice as he wanted. Quick shot there from Marcus McDonald. End-to-end action to start this final period.
Wow. Lee's made some great saves today, and Grace is showing that she can also play.
Sandoy does well to knock Kemp off the puck. Two teams giving it their all here in the final period of Game 2 of the weekend. I don't know if the Warriors won, but I will be watching that after the game as hockey does come first.
I assume Warriors, Rugby League. I'm Canadian, I don't know about rugby.
Yep, Rugby League.
Okay, I think that's like the rugby that's more like American football, I think. I don't know. I apologize to all the Kiwis watching.
Kinda, yes, but you're only allowed to be tackled no more than 5 times, or you do have to hand the ball over.
Oh, okay.
Here's Devlin with a centering pass, but Campbell unable to get anything on that as Johnson was tracking back nicely. And on that note, a big win for the All Blacks over the Springboks last night. Did you watch that one?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
It was the fast, fiery start that got them going and set them up for a victory.
Was that against the Springboks?
It was.
Oh, okay.
35 points to 20.
My wife is a Safa, so I probably shouldn't cheer too hard for the All Blacks.
And a quick shot on there, gets through the traffic. Harrison had to make a save. Rusky Jones is going to put that in deep. McCarg over to Schneider. Try to find True. He got a quick shot off, but that was off target. Some sustained pressure here for the Stampede.
Yeah, they've had some good chances, two good chances so far, but Grace has been immense in net to start this period.
As Dalmatau gets the puck there off Harrison McCarg. Panic trying to find Polozov. It will be icing though.
That's a bit questionable. I think Polozov would have gotten to that.
I think the rule is whoever wins the race to the hash marks, I believe, is the winner of the race. So if it's the defenseman, it will be icing.
Oh, it looks like we're seeing that replay now. What an incredible save by Grace. Like I said, she's so good moving laterally. Very explosive. She makes that save, goes down, explodes out, stretches, makes that save with a pad. Save of the game.
Yeah, Walkham probably needed to try roof that one like he did last night for the game-winning goal.
Yeah, it can be tough to roof it on the rebound there. So it's just a good idea as a goalie to stretch out, seal the bottom of the net, hope it hits you. And Grace did that very well.
Bit of miscommunication there. Could have been dangerous as Stepanek and Polozov were lurking. Polozov will rip one on and scores! You don't really see him rip a clapper that often.
Yeah,
but Polly gets that past Lee.
Yeah, I think Lee won't be happy to give that one up. It was tight angle. You can see it goes. Oh yeah, he won't be happy about that.
Yep, that's a save that needs to be made, Bartosz, but I've seen you do a few of those. Not let it in, but make some couple of saves.
Yeah, you at least want to get your palm on it, even if you don't catch it. But ouch, that's not what you want to see as a goalie. But then again, Lee, the first goal he let in today, it was a squeaker through the legs, and he played very well after that in the first period. So I think he's a mentally strong goalie, so he'll probably recover from that one.
As Walkham's going to gain the zone, tries to get round Fuller. Got a weak shot off. There's a rebound. Was loose momentarily, but Harrison's going to cover that up. They will get the whistle.
Well done, Grace. She's just sealing the bottom of the net very well. That's very important to do on those scrambles in front of the net, because someone gets their stick on it, pokes it, and just slides in. So you gotta get those pads down, get the stick down, make sure nothing can get under you.
Yeah, and back to the goal. Sasha Polozov, normally a fake slap shot king, but he finally lets one rip, and if he can get that much on it, if I was the coach, I'd be telling him, hey, mate, you need to shoot more. Like, I know you got hands, but you need to shoot more, bud.
He does actually have a pretty decent shot. He's ripped one on me top corner. Did the no-looker shot.
Really?
That's his specialty, I think. Looks like he's going to pass. No-look, top shelf.
Yeah, it's definitely fun playing with a lot of these Auckland-based players in the Summer League, in the backyard.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the BHL season.
Oh, it's so much better than Winter League with those hybrid rules. You know, we can play off the net. Penalties in the first two periods equal a penalty shot, which just makes it much more exciting. As Kozak can get a quick shot on, Lee had to make a save.
Scored by number 10, Alexander.
Devlin will lift that one in. Walkham unable to catch that nicely as Fuller makes a couple of men look silly. Fontaine trying to get through Seabass as he'll just whip that around. As Frere's going to go for a bit of a skate. Here's Walkham, shot on, and a big save there made by Harrison.
Yeah, well done. No rebound. That's the most important part of that save. She got out there, top of the blue, got it in the chest, sealed it up.
Yeah, the next goal in this game is going to be huge.
Yeah, what a period. What a game so far. Has lived up to all the hype.
As Burns does well to keep that in the zone, but Swarm looking to break out, they do. Here's Puckett, tries to go past Hurley. Yeah, we haven't actually seen Solo out there this evening for the Stampede. Not sure as to why he's not playing, as he had an extremely good game yesterday.
Yeah, I'm curious where Hasselman is as well, actually. I mean, Lee's been excellent in his place, but yeah, Big Hasselman is usually in the Stampede net, I believe. One of the Ice Blacks goalies as well.
Here's Schneider, quick shot on.
Oh, great save by Grace.
For a big guy, Schneider can really get quick shots off. Rusky Jones, good stick in the lane by Puckett. Swarm need to try and minimize the scoring opportunities for the Stampede and try see this game out.
He managed to catch that one. Well done.
Got to give him a little bit of credit.
It's always rough when you're a goalie and you give up a bad goal. It happens to everyone, and then you don't get any shots for a few minutes, and then
Quick shot on there from Sasha Polozov.
now he's getting some shots, getting warmed up again. Yeah, you just let that,
Stepanek.
let it stew, thinking about your bad goal. It's not good.
There's Harrison McCarg. Quick find a centering pass. Schneider's going to take that back. Still going. Schneider, good pass there to Devlin. Quick shot on too.
Yeah, excellent lateral movement from Grace there. And good blocker save, getting it into the corner. That's what you want to do on those blocker side shots.
Uh-oh, puck stolen by Harrison McCarg. Try to go near side. Hit the side of the net. A half a chance there for Harrison McCarg with a nice steal.
Yeah, those are always dangerous, actually, player coming in wide, because you don't know if they're going to shoot or drive across the net.
Stepanek trying to get a pass into that crease area, but he had two men on him and sticks in the lane. As Mawson will play that up for Polozov. Does extremely well to get past his man, but it will be an offside.
That was a late call, I think. Huh.
Yeah, that was close.
The referee had to think about it.
As we see here, the Harrison McCarg chance. Trying to put it in that little bit of real estate above the left shoulder of Harrison.
Yeah, she was in that VH position, vertical, horizontal, one leg up, one leg down, but she left a little bit of space there above her pad. Didn't have her...
Quick shot there from Seabass. Save had to be made there from Harrison. Stampede definitely getting a few opportunities.
Yeah, they've been much better the last two periods. And this period especially, they've created some dangerous chances.
True will give that over to Burns. Good up ice pass here to Seabass. Looking for a setup. Trying to find Walker. He gets a quick shot on and no rebound as Harrison does well to gobble that up.
Yeah, great rebound control. It's a skill that every goalie needs to work on, because it's always much better to cover it up than to be forced to make a big rebound save.
So Johnson against Hurley on that draw. As Pillage will clear that all the way. It looks like it will be icing. Not sure if Devlin touched that or not. The refs are saying he didn't.
Giving the benefit of the doubt. The shots are getting a bit closer. It's 30 to 25 now for the Swarm. So the Stampede have definitely fought back since that first period.
Face-off one there by Johnson. Played over to Ryan McDonald. He bats it off the glass. What a pass there from Johnson through out of mid-air. He just batted
great
that one.
hand-eye.
Pass over there to Kemp, but Mawson doing well to get that off the stick of Kemp as Puckett's going to have it. We'll get a quick shot on. Save had to be made. Hurley will look for some options. He bangs it around. And Thula just trying to calm that puck down as it was on its side. Gives it over to Polozov. Nice, saucy pass up to Dalmatau. Goes through the legs.
Oh! What a goal!
Wow.
undressed him.
Take a bow, Ivan Dalmatau.
The defenseman's probably still looking for his jockstrap. Is it on the ice there?
The guy is a freak. Look at this. And then goes back through the legs. Hello.
Through the goalie's legs, too.
Look at that. Would you just look at that?
I don't know if he sort of fanned on the shot at the end there, but it fooled the goalie. I think he might have been going high given the way he opened up his blade, but just poked it through the legs. Through the defenseman's legs, through the goalie's legs, in the net. 4-2.
I reckon you got to get Dalmatau over to North America to play some college hockey or something.
I'm sure he's hoping that he can. Oh, big hit. Interference, maybe?
No, wow.
Referee's trying to make this a closer
tripping.
game, I think.
Tripping. It's going to be, okay. Have you seen the replay here? Not sure if Sandoy got the legs.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess.
That's an open ice clean hit.
Apologies to the Stampede fans watching. We are obviously biased as Aucklanders.
No, that's clear in my opinion. Like, he played the puck. It's within at least a second after it left his stick. It's a good hit. So power play here. Here comes Walkham. Quick shot on.
Big. Grace keeping her chest upright, taking it, covering it up.
So the Stampede need to be the next team that scores.
Yeah, 10 minutes left. They say a 2-goal lead, most dangerous lead in hockey, so it's not over yet.
As they'll be cleared all the way down by Simon. Burns is going to get the play started. Brings it up to Schneider. Seabass will play that back to Burns. Here's Walkham. Just making sure everyone gets set up into the zone. And once again, Luke Simon. No, he does. Can't clear it all the way. Good pick out of the air there by Burns. Here's Seabass. He's got Walkham on the far side. Gives it down to Schneider. Looking for a pass. Here's Walkham. Couldn't get it. Finally gets a shot off.
Yeah, he
Wasn't
just
the
had
pass
his
he was
feet.
looking for. Here's Walkham once again. Quick shot. Good block in the lane there by Simon. And he's going to go all the way. Here's Luke Simon. Shot on.
Oh! Luke Simon.
One hell of a penalty kill here by Luke Simon.
The defenseman on the 2-on-1, doesn't pass, goes short side.
Almost ran out of real estate there, but
Yeah,
put that puck home. A good goal there from the defenseman. Cleared the puck all the way down twice, then broke up the play, then skated the puck all the way down to the other end and ended up scoring. So a 5-2 lead here for the Botany Swarm.
yeah, it's looking a bit safer, but still not over with 8:51 left. 8:50.
I'm sure that's one that definitely rattles a goalie when you're on a power play and you get scored on.
Yeah, I think
As Polozov absorbs a big hit there from Mitchell Freer.
I think maybe Lee didn't realize that Simon had really run out of the real estate for the passing option. He probably could have sealed that short side a little bit better since his defenseman had the pass cover. But it's a 2-on-1. A 2-on-1. Players have the advantage.
Freer with a shot, no rebound. Harrison doing well not to give any rebounds away.
Yeah, did well to cover up there. Prevented the chaotic scramble in front of the net. So speaking of comebacks, we had an interesting game this past season in the BHL where your team was up 7-3, I believe, with 5 minutes left. and ended 8-7 for us in overtime. So
Yeah,
comebacks do happen in hockey. It's a wild game.
Yep, that was a tough one to swallow, that one. Game 4 of the series as well.
Yeah, the series decider. I thought we were going to go to game 5.
As Walkham tries a wraparound attempt. Puck in front, it looks like it has gone in the net, but it's been whistled off.
I am confused.
No, it is going to be a goal. So the Stampede get at least one back for now.
I have no idea what happened there. It looked like the puck ended up behind the net after the play.
No, it's going to be waved off.
Yep. Let's see the replay. It looks like maybe he tucked it under her skate plate there on the wraparound. Oh, it's between her legs, and then...
Yeah, I can't see.
And the puck ends up behind the net. So what is going on? We'll need to see that again. Okay, there's the wraparound. You can see the puck bobbling around between Grace's legs. And then the puck is behind the net. What?
Okay, I can't explain that.
Hockey is a mysterious game sometimes. Luck puck, they call it sometimes. Well, by some miracle, the puck stays out of the net.
So still a 5-2 hockey game. Stampede are starting to catch up on the shots. As Lockie Frere is going to put that one in deep for Seabass. Looking for options as he's harassed there by Mawson. Sandoy is going to come clean up. As the Panic will room that one right around. Goes all the way into the defensive zone as Burns will play that up ice. Lockie Frere will get a touch. Played up the boards.
You can see those stretch passes. The Swarm have been using them all night to great effect.
And
Big boys to panic. Going
yep.
to the box.
He's not happy about it. It was a little bit off the play. Looks like he collided with Lockie Frere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't have any video on it.
Oh, there's
We might.
on the replay. Are we?
Oh, there's the Panic's legs there. Yeah, looks like it's probably going to be interference.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the Stampede will take that.
Yeah. Since he's a big boy, he stood up. The other player fell down. That's why Stampede got the call. Sometimes it just works that way. If it was little McDonald running into him, I think it might have gone the other way. Oh, well.
So a power play here for the Stampede. Just over 7 to go. A 3-0 lead here for the Swarm. There's Walkham. Shot on, just misses. Seabass does well to get a stick in the lane there. It would have been a turnover. There's Schneider, gets a shot off through traffic, but Harrison's going to see that one all the way.
Right into the breadbasket, gets her glove onto her chest to seal it in there. Good job, Grace. She's not a big goalie, but she uses her size very well. She keeps her chest upright, doesn't shrink too much in the net.
And we will get a whistle, looks like maybe one of the forwards went into the circle too early. Hard to see those lines out there, Bartosz.
Yeah, this ice is looking pretty choppy.
It's not a bad ice surface, but they need to repaint the lines.
Yeah, it's after a full season of the Winter League and most of the NZIHL season gone by, the ice definitely needs some work on it.
Schneider will put on the brakes, gives it up to Burns. There's Seabass. Try to find Walkham, but looks like Luke Simon got a stick in the lane. He's having a hell of a night.
Yeah, he played excellent defensively, got a goal. Well done, Luke.
There's Walkham up to the point. Quick shot on. Blocker save made there by Harrison. Probably need to get a little bit more traffic in front of those shots from the point.
Yeah, just get another goal off the thigh, but whatever you can. Get your body stick in the way, get some deflections, screener. Because she's on her game right now.
There's Walker, he rips one. Centering pass there from Lockie Frere, but didn't look like any of the Stampede were wanting to get a shot off there. And that Stampede line coming off. Not very happy.
Yeah, the power play is winding down now, just 13 seconds left. And they've had some shots, but nothing unusually dangerous on that power play.
McCarg will put that one in deep. Kemp giving chase. Polozov and Mawson, little tic-tac-toe, and oh, Polozov's edge work, look at that.
He can skate, such good agility.
He can just turn on a dime with the puck. And it's like, how are you doing that? In BHL, when he's in the corners, you just leave him alone. Do not attack him because...
Yeah, the thing is, then he has tons of time to make a perfect pass for a one-timer and it's in your net. How do you deal with him?
He's down the tail trying to find Polozov, who was at the back post. Didn't get a shot away. Good saucer pass there. Got through the traffic. Sandaway with a shot. Got a penalty on the play as well. It's going to be... It's like Devlin for hooking.
Referee just evening it up. They thought maybe a bit too many penalties against the Swarm. Let's give one to the Stampede. Yeah, that's a little bit questionable maybe on the replay.
So 4 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Swarm are going to be on the power play. I think we can comfortably say that Swarm are going to take this game.
Yeah, you never know. Hockey is a crazy game, but
3 goals though.
yeah, the odds are in their favor, especially if Grace keeps playing like she has so far. She wasn't very busy for most of the game, but the shots have actually... Uh-oh, she might be busy now.
Given away to Schneider, but...
It's not what you want to see on the power play.
Kozak will gain the zone, looking for some options. Gives it over to Thula. Down low, force the panic. Kozak to the point. Good puck movement here, centering past the Dalmatel, but looks like Schneider was lurking and didn't allow him to control the puck.
Yeah, unfortunately bobbled over Niue and Bobby Orr's stick there on the point.
Here's Kozak, he's got Thula up high. Can he get a shot off? No, he can't. Puck doesn't come out of the zone though.
You can see how aggressive the Swarm defensemen are, because that was Thuler there in the middle, almost playing like a centerman there.
And that's batted all the way down by Walkham. 3 Stampede players will get a change with Hurley, the Lone Ranger. Haven't seen too much of Jacko Fontaine tonight. It was a menace last night. Looking to get some late action. Fontaine still with it. Trying to find Marcus McDonald in the slot, but Seabass picking that off so well.
Oh, good battle from the little 16-year-old there.
Mawson down low to Sasha Polozov. And unable to get someone on net as Hurley will put that one all the way down.
That'll end the power play. Stampede players coming out of the box.
As Marcus McDonald will bat that one down, and Stampede are going to get a too many men penalty here, Bartosz. A good spot there from the referee.
Yeah, you got to pull your goalie before you put that 6th man out.
Mitchell Frere trying to argue, so it's going to be Campbell that's going to go sit.
Yeah, this is actually the right time generally. you should go about 2.5 to 3 minutes, pull your goalie around then. So maybe the sixth player was getting a bit excited, jumped on the ice early before Lee got to the bench, or even thought about going to the bench.
You're on a penalty kill here. I didn't reckon pull the goalie. Unless you can at least get one goal first.
They have nothing to lose, really.
Well, they need the puck before they can do that. The Swarm are going to be on the power play here for the last 2 minutes of the game.
Or less if they score.
Picked off there by Burns.
Not a good start to the power play.
3-on-1 here. Burns over to Walkham, shoots, scores!
Yep. This is the game of short-handed goals. Seems like the short-handed team has been more dangerous often on the power play. It's a good shot. Looked like it was low blocker over the pad. That's actually one of the more difficult shots to save. Those low blocker shots, as you can see, Grace has to stretch down and reach out with the blocker. So it's actually often much harder than making the high blocker saves when you have to stretch down there.
Mitchell Frere trying to backhand that out, but Stepanek reading that play really well. Stepanek does well. Here's a shot from Mawson.
Oh! What a slapper.
And what a pass there as well from Stepanek.
Yeah. Diving pass.
And that's a low slap shot. Those are so dangerous. Like, hockey players need to shoot more low shots. It's harder for you guys to get that pad down as it is opposed to using the blocker or that glove.
Yeah, as a goalie, the toughest shot to save is actually about 12 inches off the ice because your pad's 11 inches wide, and if you get just over the pad, that's the most difficult, I think. You can see Connor Bedard often does that low glove side on the breakaway. Comes in, just rips it 12 inches over the pad in the net. But,
so 6 goals to 3. As the Swarm have retaliated here tonight and played a solid game.
Yeah, you can see the Stampede came back in this one. They were getting outshot early in the game, and they've almost evened up the shots, though. It's 34-31 for the Swarm, but the score line's definitely favoring the home team.
Here's Seabass. So this is the second to last series of the season for the Swarm, as they will have the Admirals here at home, and I think, not actually sure, but the Stampede still have quite a few series to go. I think they've got about 6 or 7 weeks left of hockey, with 3 or 4 series in that.
Yeah, I think because this will be the Stampede's second loss of the season, I believe, and the Swarm have lost 3, all to the Stampede.
Yeah, so the Swarm will play the Admirals here in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, that'll be a great game. I'm looking forward to that one.
And the Admirals will be in Christchurch next weekend. I'll actually be down there as well for it.
That'll be a fun road trip.
Definitely not driving there, as Devlin gets a half a shot off. McCarr gives it down low to Kemp. Kemp finally corrals that. Shot from the point there by Frere, but broke his stick. Tough angle shot there from Devlin. And the clock winds down. And it's going to be a victory here for the Botany Swarm. 6 goals to 3 to win game 2 of the weekend and split the series 1 apiece.
Yeah, that's a huge win for the Swarm tonight. I believe they've lost the last 3 to the Stampede, so they still have a chance at first place if the Stampede happen to drop points at any point during the rest of the season.
Yeah, so Stampede 4 games against the Swarm this season, winning 3, and then the Swarm finally getting one over them here tonight. because last night's game definitely could have gone either way. So could have that first one in Queenstown that weekend. But the Botany Swarm are definitely here to play this season, and it's been extremely good to see.
Yeah, I think they'll be hoping they can end in first so that they can get the home ice advantage, because they took great advantage of the big ice here. You can see all the stretch passes they use to open up the Stampede defense. I think at home Stampede might have the advantage on that small ice. They can bully the Swarm.
But it is all down now to the Stampede to see what they do in the remainder of their season, if they're going to get that top spot or not. And I definitely know they still got the Thunder to play, and I know that team, when they get up and go, they can beat anyone in the league. They just don't get enough wins normally. And then they obviously got the Admirals in 3 weeks in Queenstown, so I'm sure they'll be coming up hot because they'll be trying to get that third spot over the Red Devils.
Yeah, I think the Swarm will be cheering for their crosstown rivals in that one.
Most probably. But it's been a really good matchup here today. Split series, the Swarm coming back with a vengeance and getting a win here tonight, 6 goals to 3. It's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, this was a great game to watch. Great saves from both goalies, great goals. Just back and forth action. After that dominant first period from the Swarm, the Stampede fought back and made it close.
They sure did. Well, I've been your host, Bryce Rouse, tonight alongside Bartosz Iwatovski.
That's
It's been
right.
a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you join us for the next series. So the Admirals will be in Christchurch next week. That's one to watch. I think the Stampede might be playing as well. We'll have to look that one up. But it's been enjoyable here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Any last words?
See you next time.
Hockey.
Hockey Night New Zealand.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.